Yeah. OT, 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 not much time left on my clock. OT, 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 ball in my hand and I'm taking my shots. If you know me, know that I don't give it too much thought. If you make the wrong decision, you gon' waste the time you bought.
All right, so we're gonna start this like this. The best noise.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is LIV Fantasy Football Podcast. All right. And the reason we're here today is because of old Ethan making a comment before I dropped 180 on y'all. Every one of y'all got 180 put on your head.
Yeah.
With that,
That's how it goes.
Sorry, unfortunately that was Colin that had to take that heat. But we're live. So we're gonna talk trades here. Big thing here is that Austin Ekeler is no longer a part of Team Barb. He's no longer on the trade block. I would assume he's no longer.
It got pushed through. I like to see it.
It did get
pushed through in the middle of a work day. Just remember that.
Everyone voted. It's fair.
I mean, the thing is,
what's the rush? What was the rush?
I think every roster on this screen is still accurate aside from the Ekeler trade. Yeah, I think they are. But essentially, Joe, he's all in on Austin Ekeler. He gave up 2 assets with depth for a guy that's injured. I mean, there's no telling if that's going to end up panning out or not because he could re-injure himself. He might not come back for a while. He's supposed to be.
He's already injured, and Joe's worried about him getting injured.
Yeah, but we look at Joe's team here. He didn't even trade anybody on this list.
No.
Just add Ekeler to this list.
I mean, what did he say? He paid for Mike Evans $10?
$10.
And didn't he pick up Kieran on waivers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
Well, there were some quotes from people as far as who's on your trade block. I know that I'm going to go ahead and tell the whole league now. Don't even bother trading with Josh. It's not worth it. I asked him who he was willing to shop. He said nobody. He said absolutely nobody, but everybody else's team I'm going to be shopping from. So I guess he'll come to you with offers.
Sounds good to me.
Is there any names on here you guys want to see? Any potential trades? Like, can we match white box to white box?
We kind of got screwed by Ekeler getting traded because he's clearly the best name that's highlighted, and he's gone before we even recorded. So, I mean, people wishful thinking here. I mean, David's trying to get rid of Freiermuth. We got James Conner on the. Calvin Ridley has 12 points combined in the past 2 weeks. I mean, it's clear why people are trying to hit the block with some of their they're in their starting lineup here, but they clearly do not want them to be. And I wouldn't either.
I don't know what
except if Josh tries to get Tua from you, Colin, I don't know what that would take, but Josh seemed to be looking pretty nasty.
I was gonna say Tua's nice. And I got those 2 tight ends. I mean, they're better than Goddard, Evan Ingram, and Freiermuth. That's for sure.
Well, I had a couple headlines that I'll announce while we're on this page right here. There could be a couple of names that we're just not seeing that could be added, but one headline here, okay? Joe has the 10th highest scorer in the league, and he started him only 1 time. Do you have any guesses as to who that could be?
Without looking at his team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think he's on this. Yeah, he's not on the screen. I can say that much. But we played 3 games. We're 3 games in, and I mean, it's kind of a mind-blowing stat. But Jordan Love, 10th highest scorer in the entire league.
Oh, yeah. That is crazy. He does like his QB combo. Jordan Love and does he have Bryce Young? Or no, CJ Stroud.
Yeah, CJ Stroud.
I still can't believe we let Joe get Ekeler.
Hey, I voted yes. So did Matt. Vetoing's.
I mean, I didn't vote against it either. But I wish Barb would have considered other options.
I agree, but that's how every trade goes after the fact.
I think he'd been happier if he had come to me.
I mean, maybe, but
that trade offer you made was not great.
Deontay Johnson sucks.
I would have the two most injured backs in the league right now, Eckler and Barkley.
Yeah, I also want it on the record that Tua, Burrow, and Anthony Richardson are on the block. There's only Tua on here, but there's no way that. I mean, look at these quarterbacks. Justin Fields.
Yeah, Aaron needs to make a move there.
I mean, Joe may have to. We'll see about David. Does Mr. Sparta start Deshaun Watson still? I mean, there's no way.
He has. I think I'm playing this week. He's got Kirk, I believe.
Chase, this is for the rest of the league. Anybody you want to put on the block?
I mean, I'm already a little sick of Josh Jacobs, but I ain't gonna get what I need for him. So I'm gonna have to ride or die with him.
That was what you said.
Yeah, you got nobody circled.
Yeah,
Matt, you got nobody circled.
Paying 40 for Josh Jacobs and AJ Brown has screwed me so far, and Stevenson as well. I've gotten 24 points combined from my two running backs 1 week. That's the most I've gotten. That's not going to cut it.
No.
Well, you and Barber sitting down there 0-3. So
yeah,
all right.
It's not fun.
Pretty much concludes trade talks. Okay. Let's before we jump into it, talk about our sponsor. Chase, you want to talk about it?
Is this Natty?
This is Natty. Yeah,
what I'm drinking right now. Sponsored by the greatest beer in the world. Natural Light.
There you go. Ethan would be proud.
Thanks.
So you'll see our sponsor on the next slide. We got a logo in there. But the moment everybody loves that the other knuckleheads will spend an hour and a half talking about power rankings. All right.
To be fair, before we go any farther, I had myself at 11.
Fair.
This is the committee. This is the committee. The committee isn't one person.
3. Barb's 0-3.
Look,
I had us at 11 and 12, just for the record.
The committee doesn't need to expose any decisions or any reasoning behind their decision.
That's the only thing I don't want the bias showing because I'm on the show today.
Well, I already know that they're going to think this was biased because my name's on. Not on this list. I can't be anywhere else, right? So they're going to think there's bias. The thing about it is you guys sent in y'all's rankings. I did mine. We talked as a committee. We also used points for and sleepers standard rankings. I'm going to be honest, Chase. Based on how we went about this process, you're probably not at 7 if it weren't for what we as a committee decided. You're higher because you're a lot lower because on sleeper you're I want to say 11th.
Yeah, I'm 11th. I'm just above Barb.
But 0-3 is 0-3. But
I mean, I think I have
season.
either the 4th or 5th most points.
Yeah,
maybe not. But me and Colin 405 dropped in 411.
You have the 5th most points.
No excuses though. No excuses.
Got to get the wins.
There was also another thing I forgot I was going to say before we got to this, which I'll just go ahead and say now. The 20th best fantasy scorer in the league, he's actually not rostered. And I think this is how things come down to with people and their quarterbacks. But he's a quarterback. And the 20th best scorer in the league is Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I'm not impressed.
I mean, I'm not trying to pick him up.
I would never
start him. It really is. But there's 12 teams
we don't need to be
league,
sharing that.
right?
I need to trade a quarterback, so nobody pick him up. I'll pick him up just so I can make sure someone will trade me for one of mine, if that's what it takes.
Colin's
You're
over
going to
here
carry
begging.
4 quarterbacks?
I mean,
Can you even carry
running backs
4
and wide receivers on my bench aren't worth roster spots, so Russ is obviously the better option.
I don't even know if you can do that.
The other thing with this screen, David, I hate to tell you, brother, I think you were last in every single one of our committee polls.
Nope,
yeah, we tried every metric. We had PFF. We tried wins above replacement. We tried it all, but there was just no way to get him out of the floor.
I actually had Barb at 0-3, higher than most.
David, are we going to talk about David picking
Chase,
up?
You are the 5th highest scorer. Barb is the 6th. And somehow when you are the sixth highest score in the league, you're still down there at 11.
We also got to keep in mind he's Eckler list now for Mike Evans.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
But we got to
prob-
David took a bold move picking up A-Chain today, however you say that guy's name.
Yeah.
And he's going to get Cooper Kupp back.
How much?
That's a home run. That was a home run play right there. I think he paid like $500, didn't he?
Yeah, it's something absurd. So
For a number 2 running back on the Dolphins.
He's got to try something, and you never know.
He needs a Mostert blown ACL.
I put in a big waiver claim for him too, just under 300. Didn't even come close.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I think David's team has the potential to turn it around.
Well, for y'all, who on that list right there do you think is going to be the most upset with their ranking?
Not David.
I think I had Adam pretty higher than that for sure.
See, but Aaron's team was looking good up until last week, was it not? Is he 2-1 or 1-2?
Good question. I believe he's 1-2.
Okay, so maybe not. Maybe not.
Adam's receivers are pretty good, and DeAndre Swift, if he's actually going to be the number one, his team's going to be better than it's been.
I don't mind me at 8 because I think
the Eagles, you never know,
trade.
they'll come out and put Gainwell as their number one next week, and Swift will do nothing.
True.
Yeah, technically our playoffs an 8-team playoff. So if you're in the top 8, you're in. This couldn't make it any more dramatic for y'all because the top 6 is really what they only give me to work with the college football playoff slide. So yeah, only 6 and above get that kind of feature. But I had the week by week high and low scores, and there's only one name that's featured on it twice, and it's me. I was the lowest scorer in week 1, but the highest scorer in week 3. Doug, who everybody is very high on, he was the lowest scorer last week, and he's actually the 11th highest scorer across the league. But he made our top 6.
It is impressive.
So, what do you guys think about that?
It's wins over points. It's really what it comes down to. That's how you make the playoffs.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he beat me week 1.
The 6th
I might have a little bias with that.
The 6th highest scorer is 11th in these rankings. Okay. The 11th highest scorer is in the top 6, guaranteed. So we'll go on to that. We'll show you what this is going to look like. Okay. Here's our LIV Fantasy Football top 12, but we're going to break down the top 6 for you. So we're going to start you off with number 6. At number 6.
See, I had him much lower. I don't think he deserves to be on this graphic at all. I mean, it's not even because he's my rival. I think his team is just, it's nothing stands out. But you know what?
We remember right after the draft, he was talking about going 0-4 and just needed to somehow come out 2-2. He's already 2-1 with the chance to go 3-1.
Yeah, I don't know what changed.
He's
from week 1
vastly
to week 2.
outperformed what we originally thought. So you got to give him his due. This is week 4 rankings. This isn't week 14 rankings.
To be fair, though, obviously he's got Jonathan Taylor on that roster, but I think everybody kind of overreacted to Ethan's roster when the Travis Kelce news had just come out.
Yeah, that's true.
Travis Kelce's caught a touchdown both times the last 2 weeks, both games.
Yeah, obviously he's going to be fine, but I don't know.
See how long Zach Moss can keep it up.
We'll see where he pays this season.
And Jerome Ford, I don't know about him.
Because if Jonathan Taylor does come back, then Zach Moss is useless.
Yep. So
that's a
clean. He's hoping Jonathan Taylor gets traded.
Yeah, he needs it.
Report today that Jonathan Taylor still very adamant that he's not going to play for the Colts, or at least that he doesn't want to be a Colt. And the Colts are very adamant that they're not sending his ass anywhere else.
Yeah, and with their owner, I could see him just sitting the whole year, and that'll just be burnt cash in Ethan's pocket.
Yeah, how much did he spend on him?
I just
think
a good
bit.
At some point in time, he probably spent $20 in the draft. But at some point in time, I feel like you almost got to see other teams, other rosters in the NFL that get beat up, especially at the running back position. And I'm sure that there's been a team or two that has called, maybe even the Baltimore Ravens, if you think about it, after J.K. Dobbins went down, And it's like, how do you not have any interest when you have a player that doesn't want to play for you and at least entertaining something, you know?
Yeah, what are the
Yeah, just know the other team has to give up something because the Colts want something significant and you have to pay him. And that's just a lot for, especially when the running backs are getting neglected left and right. For someone to give up a first rounder and pay him, it's going to be tough.
The Colts are a joke.
Let's not keep this too long because I'm sure there have been like, hey, when are we going to see number 5? All right, well, here you go. Number 5, John. Now,
Sneaky.
John just beat me.
If I remember this correctly, I think John's below both you and Barbin's points for Chase.
He has two more points than me.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But just beat me by 11 or 12, whatever it was.
Well, he
seems solid.
Tank Dell putting up 25 on me.
I don't think anybody saw that.
I'm a little salty about that one. Barb and Doug called it a free win.
Yeah, it's never free. I thought Matty Ice, cold start, no Saquon was a free win, and then he dropped the most points out of everybody so far. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, but hey, just remember, Nick Chubb injury was less significant. I should say that was the exact words. Less significant to Adam's team than Saquon was to my team. Well, guess what? I dropped 180, and I didn't have Saquon.
And Saquon will be back this week, right? I assume.
Yep. Well, he might be. He's questionable day to day, whatever status they want to say. I mean, he could probably be week by week, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the reason the three of us are here right now. Okay, because I heard Ethan say something stupid like that, and I said no, ain't gonna happen. All right.
Yep.
Now we're gonna go not quite reverse order, but before we go to the next slide, I think we all know who's gonna be at number 1.
Yeah, we could just get that out of the way.
So I went ahead and did that.
These rankings were made before the trade today.
I don't think there's.
Yeah, but I didn't have Joe at 1. I want that on the record, Joe. Fuck you.
I mean,
number 2 in my book.
He did have
away number 1 right now, and adding Aston Eckler, just crazy.
He gave up Mike Evans, bro.
Yeah, not the biggest Mike Evans fan, but we don't have to go down that road.
Mike Evans dropped the first touchdown last week and fucked me out of plus 800, so got beef too.
You had him at plus 800 for it?
Yeah, plus 800 first touchdown. This motherfucker in the back of the end zone just fucking butterfingers. And then he goes up in the fourth quarter and makes a one-handed snag. I'm like, you pussy.
Well,
not my guy.
Catch that ball for you.
I know. Exactly.
All right, so Joe, look, enjoy it. You're number 1 in the first ever Live Fantasy Football, also ripped off of the college football playoff rankings. Okay, congrats. But
we all know the number 1 never wins anyway. So.
It's also week 4. It is only week 4.
Yep.
Number 4, I don't know how, to be honest with you. My team is sitting here. Other than the fact they're 2-1, and the sleeper app loves me. They've got me ranked number 3. I'm also 3rd in points scored. Look, there's no bias here. Okay.
There's a little bit of recency bias, I feel like, in all the rankings, but that's kind of how it goes when you do it week by week. So you did come off a heater. You have Saquon coming back either this or next. So I think it's fit. I think you should be on this graphic for sure. Where I think was a toss up, but I think 4 is fitting. But Ethan shouldn't be higher. Ethan shouldn't be on the graphic.
I'm not gonna lie, making these rankings was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, you got to analyze every roster. Like at the end of the day, Cooper Kupp comes back for David, and is the Cooper Kupp of old. David's team is probably not the worst team in the league.
I'm hoping not. I'm hoping they just want to keep Puka. Just keep throwing to him. Use Cooper Kupp as the decoy for Puka. Then I'll be sitting pretty.
I got a feeling that he's gonna come back and probably be somewhat just like his old self.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, again, this was a decision made by all of us. I think the other polls with sleepers rankings and the points for could have had me at 3. I'm glad that we're at 4. I don't want to face everybody's backlash. I will say in face to Ethan right now. Dude had me at 11th last week. So,
Quite the come up.
what are you going to add in there, Chase?
It doesn't make any sense actually.
It's probably best you stayed reserved. All right. I honestly can't remember if I did 2 next or 3 next. Well, I guess
We're
we'll
gonna find out.
You
They'll
Doug?
get 3. See,
Third.
like we said, 11th in points. Definitely wishful thinking. He's gonna be happy. Josh at 2. I think Josh and Joe, they're on a
Josh and Joe are the clear 1-2.
yeah. There wasn't much debate there.
And if Josh adds Gino's been balling. I don't want to throw shade on Gino, but Tua from you on Josh's team, I think would be pretty lethal.
And I got no problem.
I don't know what he'd have to give up to get him, but
I need a wide receiver for sure. But I'll start Anthony Richardson. That was a steal of the draft still.
Yeah, Barb's favorite player.
Yep.
I want to fact check this. I'm pretty sure every team in our top 6 is 2-1 or better. All right. So the top 6 does have the 2-1 records. Every team outside the top 6 is 1-2 or worse.
Thanks.
All right.
So,
fair enough.
I feel like our rankings are fair.
Definitely.
Hey, don't. Who cares if they're fair or not? There are rankings. It's the only ones
Ethan,
that matter.
You're the one sitting here, I think, with the most questions being asked. I think there are probably some 1 and 2 teams better than you. Hell, there's probably 1 or 2 teams that are better than me that are 1 and 2 as well. So we'll take that. But as far as the rankings go, any final thoughts you guys got?
I'll be up here soon.
Nothing.
You'll be up here soon. You're gonna tell
I'll be up here soon.
I'm a trade or 2 away. That's why
I'm trying to get out of this basement. I've been in this group chat called the Losers Club, and I need to leave. I need to get out of this hellhole.
Well,
I believe in you.
I mean, you have to do it. 0-3, but soon to be what, 3-3? You're gonna rattle off 3 wins?
I'm going for like 7 wins. I'm trying to be 7-3.
All right. Well, that concludes our power rank.
Yes, sir.
So,
what we got next?
I reached out to every single person in the league. Okay. We did a dozen discussions. Some of the comments, some of the quotes were pretty good. To the point that I left them in here, whether they're on their profiles or not. But first, I believe we're going to jump into how we did in the way of sports betting yesterday. I think there's only 1 comment that I actually put on there. And then the rest is going to be the profiles. And we're going to tell you guys across the league whether or not we would have a beer with you based on your profile. So here we go.
Barb's the only one with a picture.
Betting sports, that's what's up first. As you see,
my lock hit with ease. My lock hit with ease.
Yeah, your lock. I think you and Colin shared the same one, right?
Easiest bet ever.
I had a parlay. I don't see my parlay, but that did my parlay cash actually?
Your parlay
Chargers Seahawks money line.
I haven't checked your odds.
Let's go.
Right next to your bet there. You had Chargers Seahawks money line parlay plus 180 odds. I honestly thought it might be better than that, but after I looked it up, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not great, but we'll take it.
I'll take plus 180 odds. You can't beat that. Now, we'll go through some of these bets. The first thing I want to point out before we go through any of them, all right? Look down the bottom line on the losers group. Look at Joe.
Are you shocked?
As for an NFL spread, okay? I said everybody the same question here. Give me your NFL spread, your best bet, whatever. He says, I don't bet NFL spreads, but Cowboys or Bengals or Bulls. I don't know who.
What?
How would you ever bet on the Bulls?
And when he sees this, he can go back and look at it. Dude, I have no idea.
All right, well, let's assume he meant Bills. What did he go? I mean, he took what 3? He would have lost units because he took Cowboys money line, which lost. All his bets were like minus 300, minus 400.
Yeah. The Bengals were a push. They were minus 3, and they won by 3. And if he meant Bills, good for him. The Bills cleaned house, but he said Bulls.
Yeah, we can't assume he meant Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you did try to bet on the Bulls this weekend in the NFL, I'm sorry, but Vegas
That's
took
a
your
no.
money. So 0-2.
Well, we'll wait and see how Chicago Bulls look game 1 because I'm assuming that's what he took.
I don't.
He
know
likes to
what-
get his bets in early, as you know.
I don't
So
know
I wouldn't
what
be surprised.
had to do to get Adam to just ride by his side. But they were the only two that were on the Vikings. So you got one guy.
By the way, side topic, Vikings are on my never ever bet again list. I will never ever bet on the Vikings again.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Vikings and the Packers, ironically, I will never bet on those two teams ever again. I think I'm like a combined 0-10 betting on them, so never again.
Well, is there anyone else on the screen that you guys want to look at and talk about? I know Barb gave me the only college football line. It's up there next to his name on the bonus. He rode with Kansas State -3.5.
I mean, we got a lot of.
I do just want to say how bad Zach Wilson is.
Yeah, agreed. But we do have a lot of hometown bettors. Like obviously, I
didn't want to
the
take the
Patriots was
Patriots.
the easiest spread, and I think Chase was the same way. But we got Doug with the Eagles, not surprised at all. Aaron with the Dolphins, obviously, and then you got Ethan with the Vikings. So I mean, seems just a lot of chalk.
Whole bunch of homers.
Yes,
I want
sir.
y'all to look at mine real quick though. I took the Browns -3.
I think the best bet of the week was
you.
Dolphins -6.5. That bet hit 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but it wasn't plus 180.
That's also true. You got Josh with Lions -3.5, and me. I've got no business betting on the Browns. I think we're the only two that really strayed away from what you might expect. David took the Chiefs -12.5, but that's kind of that's the best team. One of those like the best team in the NFL type bets. That's what you want to.
The one thing that I did just notice, nobody took the plus points. Not one person.
No, it was all favorites. Everybody on here. I did actually think about doing an underdog, but I just didn't like Tennessee's matchup against Cleveland. So
there was a lot of favorites win this week. I did win my pick'em league, so that's usually when a lot of favorites win. Is when I win that. That makes sense.
Last we were showing you guys bet. We're up 5.3 units as a group. Whatever you do, don't listen to Joe. Sports betting, dude has no idea what he's talking about. He thinks the Bulls play in the NFL.
Joe and the Vikings. Don't bet the Vikings.
Now we're gonna talk.
Yeah, don't ever bet the Vikings.
Yeah, and don't tell Ethan if he ever tells you otherwise. All right, beer 30. This segment
Beer 30.
is simple. All right. The same committee that ranked y'all is also going to talk about your profile. I reached out to every one of y'all. I think you guys had 6 questions to answer. I added a bonus 7 about your gas station go-to. I don't know what that has to do with you drinking a beer, but I included it in here. All right.
We need to know.
So, yeah, it's worth knowing. I mean, if your gas station order is terrible, like some of y'all, I mean, yeah. I think I will say there was one that I already told the person who sent it to me. It was my favorite response. That was David. So we'll get there. First profile on the list. Oh, talking about Barb. So
Great picture.
I'm gonna go ahead and head this one. You guys follow after me and you guys talk about his profile. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now, I'm not getting a beer with this guy. Why am I not getting a beer with him? Because I asked for his choice of beer. He said no.
I just read that too, and I completely agree with you.
The karaoke choice kind of brings them back into the picture though, because that's a great song.
Can you imagine Barb singing Country Roads?
Hey.
No, I can't imagine Barb doing karaoke at all.
If Barb finishes last, that should be his punishment.
I mean,
I don't think that would be a punishment. I think
at Sky Bar in front of everybody.
Hey, that Sky goes crazy.
That's an intimidating place to do karaoke.
Well, I also asked this guy, said, like everybody else, what's your gas station go to? What are you ordering? I don't even know how to pronounce it. He said he was a Pecky Haunted Ghost Pepper Chip guy.
Isn't that the one chip challenge?
That's the one chip challenge.
Dude, I don't know if it's the one chip challenge or not. All I know is he sent me a picture of what he would get, and I was like, ridiculous.
It definitely is that. There's no fucking shot.
So
That's gotta be
look,
the worst answer.
we're basically like the American Idol judges right now. Okay, you got to know from me, Barb. I'm not getting a
No.
beer with you.
No shot.
No.
Although I do want to see him sing Country Roads, and if that takes beers, then maybe.
I can't even take a sip, actually.
We got Adam. Now, I've met Adam a handful of times. The two of y'all have not. Adam, he drinks Sam Adams Wicked Easy.
I like it.
A unique beer choice, right? Different than what you might expect.
I like Sam Adams though.
I
Respectable.
prefer the Sam Adams Summer, but
Sam Adams are good. And the
Sam
dude
Adams are good.
immediately delivers a response. Doesn't hit me with a none. Okay. This is going out of your comfort zone. If he was gonna sing karaoke, he's gonna sing Since You've Been Gone.
That's bold. I kind of like the move.
I love that.
Give him some credit where credit's due, right? Like he's getting on stage and doing that. That's pretty
bold.
good. I don't care if it's good or bad. I mean, I would expect more than likely it's going to be bad, but at
Either
that point,
either way, it's great. That song's gonna
It's
get the crowd
karaoke.
going.
all right. Well, he also his gas station he buys gas and Oreos from the gas station. I thought it was pretty funny that I asked what's your gas station go to, and he included
He said gas.
Like, what are you getting from the gas station? Oh, I'm getting gas.
Yes. I guess. It's interesting. Interesting answers for sure.
But Oreos go crazy. I'm here for that response. I'll go ahead and get my vote. Adam, I would get a beer with you, brother.
Yeah, the karaoke song. Yeah, and the Sam Adams. I'll go yes.
I would as well. I'll share Sam Adams with Adam.
Hey, come on. I guess I should have paired that up, Sam Adams and Adam, but didn't. All right. Y'all should like this one.
Oh, boy.
Fucking Ronas. I'm out already.
Ronas.
No from me.
We got the old picture of Joe. Obviously, we got an alien looking sitting across from us wherever we're at. Wherever bar we go to, we got to deal with some dude that looks like an extraterrestrial some shit.
I mean, just the basic fact, you say, what's your gas station go to? And he names a gas station.
Hey, just
this
wait.
is the leader. This is the guy leading our league.
I would here to tell you that you're exactly right. There's a profile. It honestly might be next. Can't remember if it's next or the one after that. Response. But man, karaoke idea, not bad.
That's the only thing he's got going. Everything else is embarrassing.
He's betting the Bulls in September. He's betting on the Bulls in September, and he can't even answer basic.
He checks the bookie every single day to wait for the new FSU lines to drop like week by week. So
and he can't
I don't
answer
expect
a
anything
basic,
less.
easy question.
Of course, he's betting on the months early.
I'll skip, and my first answer is no. I'm not getting a beer with this man.
Well, look, to just go ahead and say Ronas. He doesn't give it a lime. He doesn't say nothing like that. He just says Ronas. All right.
Yeah.
And then
it's just
when he finally corrects himself with his gas station go to, he says a water and maybe a Kit Kat.
Garbage.
That is probably like the worst.
He doesn't even say a Kit Kat. This is like a road trip. You can pick anything you want, and he says maybe a Kit Kat.
Yeah, imagine you're on a road trip with Joe. Joe walks in the gas station. Hey, I'll get you guys snacks. Comes out with 4 waters and 2 Kit Kats because maybe you'll want a Kit Kat.
Maybe you'll get half.
All right, Chase, you went first. You headed that one. You said
That's
no.
No. I would like to see him
said
sing
no.
Piano Man.
Let's go to the next one.
Wait, before we get to the next one, I've got to tell him my response.
Oh, we're getting Joe live on the pod?
Getting Joe live.
Oh, shit.
See if he answers.
Guest appearance.
He'll answer.
Our first guest.
Oh, shoot. He's actually getting the car right now.
In the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Joe, your answers are garbage. We're not.
He's just making my point. He's making my point even more by wearing a basketball jersey with no undershirt in the middle of September.
That's what he works out in, bro.
I mean, it's 100 degrees here, though. Why would he need an undershirt?
He just looks like a douche.
Yo, he is a douche.
I'll be
Yeah, I
honest
know,
with you, Joe.
exactly. Looks like a douche, and he acts exactly how he looks.
I don't think that they can hear you because it's not really sound not that audible from my phone. So I know it's probably not going to transfer over. But at least I FaceTimed you, and I wanted to tell you my vote on whether or not I would get a beer with you.
What?
Wow,
That's a bad idea.
Hear nothing. I said we're voting on whether or not we get a beer with you based on your profile. My vote's no. Look at the screen. That's what it means.
It's a no.
Can't read the writing, but that's a stud.
Yeah, you next to the alien. I think the alien's the stud.
I think they both are handsome-looking gentlemen.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to let you go. I just wanted to FaceTime you during that segment. Do you have anything that you'd want to say that I can repeat for you about any members of the league?
Yeah, Chase is Jay.
Chase is gay. That's it.
Said I.
And he robbed Barb today.
You did rob Barb.
Yeah, you did take Austin Eckler off his hands. I don't know. I'll have to call you back, buddy. We'll see. All right. So, on to the next profile. Hey, Colin, what was your vote?
It's a no. No shot.
3-0. See his ass. There you go. Ethan.
Mick Ultra.
I literally, I could have actually look. Everybody else in the league, it's impossible. Look, I don't know what you guys are doing to get like no pictures promoted about any of your social media, any of that. Impossible to find y'all. Okay, Ethan, I could have picked a better picture of, but because I remembered he sent us this video, I went back and I found the video, screenshotted the best still photo that you could of it.
Yeah,
I
it was
like
the
it.
second best video of all time. The best
It
video
was
of all
pretty
time is Barb's edit of you. I believe it was Key West.
No, that was not Key West. That was a random beach trip that I went on.
Well, Barb, if you're watching this, just resend that video to the group chat, please.
But
You
yeah,
probably
Ethan
will.
with the Mick Ultra, and that's a good answer right there. The best beer at the bar. You just ask. That's tried and true right there. I like that
Well,
answer.
I don't know if bartenders would like that answer though.
Look at this.
Well, that's more like a restaurant type vibe, I guess.
He is the tallest person in the league, but he's also probably the skinniest person in the league. And that doesn't make sense with what he buys from a gas station. I'm going to read this in full. At the gas station, he goes in and buys a large fountain drink, preferably a lemonade and fruit punch mix, some Lifesaver gummies, small sour cream and onion Pringles, and a Reese's Fast Break.
That is way too busy for me.
Dude,
Way
I
too many
mean,
different
He
kinds of
has it
things.
down though.
is he actually able to finish all of that by the end of the road trip? I mean, I don't even know.
We
That's a
need
lot.
to we
See
need
that-
to know where the road trip is. This could be cross country right here.
He's got me though with the large fountain drink. That's my go. If I walk into a gas station, I'm not leaving without a large drink. No, it's definitely not going to be a lemonade, but
Well, it's a lemonade and fruit punch mix.
no, it's going to be a soda. Some man.
Well, all things said here, not a terrible answer at all. I think
Yeah,
his
I don't
answers
know.
are
It's Lifesaver gummies is a pretty terrible answer.
I don't know. I'd probably get any
Yeah,
one of
those-
those.
Those are
I don't know if I'd
gross.
spend my money on Lifesaver gummies, but I don't
I
dislike
mean,
them.
they're not bad, but if you're at a gas station, you're going to pick Lifesaver gummies over everything else that's in there.
Colin, you haven't
Maybe-
lit off with any of them yet. I'll let you lead off. What's your verdict?
Well, his answers are good. He sucks at fantasy and he sucks at betting, but I'd have a beer with him.
I'd have a beer with him too.
I would love to have a beer with Ethan.
Yeah.
Low key, I've only met him like once or twice, but he's probably one of my favorite people in the group. Not gonna lie.
Chill dude. Josh might have given me the hardest road in terms of trying to find a picture of, but luckily Facebook came through
Classic.
from that trip.
That's a classic
It's
picture.
definitely a recent photo. His hair is
Oh.
only like 13 inches longer now.
I just noticed before we go into any of his responses, did type in his most recent one. It didn't save. Okay, his gas station go-to. I'm gonna read the Cajun peanuts, not the boiled ones, the little bags. Okay, so that's what he's buying from a gas station. Cajun peanuts, not boiled.
Fits him.
I mean,
Well,
they're good. They're not bad.
I've never had them.
and he's got
It's like the seasoned peanuts. Like they're just out of the shell in like the little 50-cent bags, I'm assuming.
I've had
That's what I'm
I mean,
thinking.
I've
Josh,
had,
let me know
I've
if
had
I'm
honey
right,
roasted pictures. I've
yeah,
never heard of
same
Cajun
package, but
peanuts.
the Cajun ones are better. He's onto something. He's onto something.
He's got a
But-
pretty good response. What
Me and
beer
Josh-
does Josh drank? Ice cold cheap beer or free.
Me and Josh have the same beer taste, so
Ice cold
He'd
cheap
probably
beer.
if we can get the sponsor to ship him out a case, he'd probably appreciate it.
no sponsor
I
can
think
send them to me.
his karaoke response is appropriate because that's how I probably used to be before I would get up on stage. I had to be pretty drunk to do it, but I thought that last line, probably some slow country, gives me a chance to read that shit. That's pretty good. You're not gonna read a rap song if you're hammered.
So if you had to give him a song with that description, what would you give him?
I mean, he could handle Tennessee
well-
Whiskey. Wasn't that Ethan's
well-
song or
Yeah,
someone's
you
song?
can't pick that one.
Can't
What
pick
would you
that
give
one.
Josh?
Probably Friends in Low Places.
It's classic.
I could
That's
see
an
Josh
easy
saying
one.
that one.
It's not,
That's my
it's not
go-to.
bad. It's a good one. I actually think somebody else. Yep, here you go.
It's me.
That letter is-
David picked it too. We all picked it. That's the best one.
Well,
We didn't
When
even
asked-
answer for Josh's yes or no.
you're right. You're right. Sorry.
It's a yes. It's a yes.
That's a yes. I mean, me and
I'd say
Josh gonna drink the same beer all night.
He's also the only one that a name is not put in here. Like Barb, at least we know his last name's Barbieri. But Josh had to put Jay Bird. I don't think there was any other way to go. So the verdict, 3 yeses. Josh, you can get a beer with us. We got David next. What do
He's
you
got
guys?
a good beer answer too. I'm with him there.
Classic songs too.
And the wintergreen zins, I got the chill zins with me now, but it's because I can't buy the wintergreen ones where I live. But
Hey, I
good
mean,
choice.
wintergreen's not bad. It's not my choice. I'm rocking the cool man.
That's a good
I like
one.
wintergreen. It's a yes. For
And
me.
I've still never tried the Celsius drinks.
I'd rather have a
They're
coffee,
pretty good.
but
when the-
I'll take the Reigns. Matt, you got me chained. You got me turned on the Reigns now. Those are my go-tos.
Dude, Peach Fizz Rain used to be my favorite go-to. The gas stations don't have them no more. So
I love the orange sherbet.
that one tastes
Or
like
the
a
rainbow
creamsicle.
sherbet. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, the rainbow sherbet. That's the one that I get.
That
There's
one's
orange
good.
creamsicle and rainbow sherbet. Now that they don't have
Ah.
Peach Fizz, there, that's what I get. But I thought he picked 2 pretty good songs for karaoke. Coors Light, not a big Coors Light guy, but I do like how the mountains turn blue. I think that's pretty cool. Typical beer choice. I got nothing bad to say about it. He wins me over with the Zins. I know that we're probably going to be popping in some Zins, having a beer together. So, David, it's a yes.
Absolutely. It's a yes.
Yes, all around.
Seems like it's pretty hard to get a no.
Fellow member, I just want to congratulate from getting out of the losers club. Congratulations, David. I am happy for you.
From 0-2 to 1-2.
I wish it was me who got it out, but if it had to be one of us, good for you.
Now, Chase, did you ever get to meet John?
I think I might have met him for about 30 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, we have John's profile. I actually had mad respect for his karaoke song request. Last Dollar by Tim McGraw. It's a song that like nobody really would rattle off the top of their head, I don't think.
Yeah,
But
but that's a
I was
good
gonna say,
one.
I don't
I
even know that song.
Obviously, I was going to use a different picture for him. Barb, thank you for providing. I was provided this picture of him holding the Miller Lite, and it worked with his choice in beer.
What does it have
And at the
written
gas
on there?
station.
John
I
and
didn't
Ethan.
even read.
Ethan showing up twice.
I don't know. I guess they probably drank that thing together, but I doubt they defeated that case.
They definitely lost the case race. That's a
Uh-huh.
guarantee.
Large Dr. Pepper. I'm not a Dr. Pepper fan.
Yeah.
Me
Large
either.
Dr. Pepper, barbecue chips, and Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Sour Patch Kids are good. And who doesn't like barbecue chips, but I'm not a Dr. Pepper fan.
Well, my grandpa's favorite beer in the world is Miller Lite, so I drank a fair share of it now. It's not my choice in beer, but every time I go out with him, we get a pitcher. Gotta drink it. Song request was good. I do like Sour Patch Kids. Barbecue chips, kind of iffy. I like them, but probably not what I'm buying from the gas station. I would give it a yes.
Yeah, out of respect for the karaoke song, I'll go yes.
Cool.
I'll go yes. Never met him. No idea.
We got 3 yeses.
Be nice to meet him.
This
Aaron,
one,
all day, yes. I'm having a beer with Aaron. Gonna just put that out there right now.
Bud heavy, baby. It wasn't
I
always
did
the Bud heavy tall boys.
He also did say Wawa like an idiot. But
yeah, song choice legendary. The Highwayman's pretty good song choice there, Aaron. But yeah, I asked this man for his gas station go to. I got 3 different texts about it. The first response, Wawa duh. And then I said, bro, I'm not asking about what gas station you go to. He goes, oh, if we talking Wawa and 75% if I'm at a gas station, that's it. It's Philly cheesesteak, grilled onion, strawberry lemonade, Hearst honey barbecue, soft pretzel, and a bag of Nerd Plus was pretty consistent in my diet.
yes. minus the lemonade. Like, I like lemonade, but I'm not getting a lemonade at a gas station again. But the Philly cheesesteak at Wawa. Fire.
Ah, really?
Yes. It is so good.
Dude, I've tried Wawa food once and it was trash. I got a quesadilla and I threw it in the trash after one bite.
I wish I had a Wawa near me. I don't. I love Wawa.
They're all over Florida now. It's kind of mid.
I don't
Prime
think
hydration pop.
I like Wawa. In fact, this beer I just bought from Wawa. So I'll give Wawa credit. It's convenient. Like every gas station you would expect to be convenient. But
Help pay
last
Aaron's
part of
salary
this-
a little bit.
I don't even know where this came from, but he followed up that message with another one. He said, Mama Chews and Prime Hydration Ice Pop is an honorable mention.
I don't know what a Prime Hydration Ice Pod or a Mamba Chew is.
I don't either. Colin, you got
That
anything?
answer is not a good answer.
Yeah, the whole gas station thing. I don't know. Maybe a no
Well,
out of respect for sobriety.
Lead us off with your decision though.
Me?
No.
Oh, I just said no out of respect for his sobriety.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Aaron's
He said no.
sober?
I don't know. He said he doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, he said I
He
don't drink anymore
drinks.
than I did, but heavy. Also, but the choice in beer, ugh.
No, Bud Heavy's a respectable choice. I would not drink it, but I
There's
respect
only
him
one
for
time.
Well, I'm gonna have a
There's
beer
only
with
one-
Aaron then, just so he starts drinking again, because
All right.
stopping drinking is no fun.
Well, the Wawa answer was rough. I don't think Wawa food was the answer for a road trip. He's gonna be stopping to shit his pants 40 minutes into his road trip.
The only Bud Heavy that I do drink whatsoever is because they have $5 pitchers of it at most. That's it.
You don't have Bud Light though, or you just don't want to be gay?
It just makes your
But I'd
buzz
definitely
go a
rather
little
have Bud
quicker.
Light than Bud Heavy.
They've only got Bud Heavy for $5 pitchers. So
See,
Yeah,
that's
but
tough.
it makes your buzz come a little quicker and a little stronger.
And your stomach a little fuller.
Yeah.
I think that's up for debate. I'll pound some shots before that.
Agreed.
All right. I believe this is the last one that we got. We got Doug. At least he didn't say a Corona with a lime is a lot better than Ronas. He
That's
wants to sing
very
Wagon
true.
Wheel, and from the gas station, he's getting a Monster Slim Jim, Arizona Mango, and salt and vinegar chips.
Salt and vinegar chips, definitely not picking those at a gas station.
I don't hate that. I don't hate them. I think that's a classic pick. The Arizona Mango's classic.
Arizona mango's delicious.
The Fat
Slim
Boy
Jims.
Slim Jim.
I like Slim Jims, but they're kind of gross. But
You're gonna need some water with that shit because that's a lot of salt. But with the salt and vinegar chips, but
That's a lot of salt, I guess. Doug's a salty
he's
man.
not gonna. But on the contrary, he's not gonna have to stop. Aaron's gonna have to stop and have diarrhea, and Doug's gonna be able to drive for hours without pissing because he had 4 grams of salt.
Just soaking up all the piss out of him.
Well, my answer, I didn't answer for the last one. Remember that. I realized that. But I would say, Aaron, sorry about it. I've had a beer with you before. I enjoyed that. Based on your profile, I'm probably not getting a beer with you. Doug, I'll get a beer with you. Respectable answers. Nothing fantastic, but I respect it.
Yeah, it's just decent all around. So I'll go with
Well, if we're gonna shift this back to our league, this is my rival we're talking about. He did beat me in week 1. I'm not a fan of all these like modern era sports where there's no real rivalries anymore because everybody talks to each other, everybody's friends with each other. So mine's a no. I am not having a beer with Doug. As long as we're rivals, we are not. That's not happening.
fair enough.
Understood. 2 yeses, 1 no.
And I'm not sorry about
All right, we're going to conclude with this. Okay. I asked everybody who they didn't want to see win the championship. And I'm not going to
Damn,
disclose.
Ethan and Joe, I'm shocked.
it. I can't believe Ethan is this hated.
Me
Cannot
too.
believe it.
A lot of people said Ethan.
Can't. That's the most shocking thing I've seen all night.
I'm thinking who
One of the comments about Ethan was Ethan because Ethan. And then
I thought
one of the comments
said that.
about Joe because he can't win in all facets of life.
What else is Joe? What other facets of life is Joe winning at that people are so concerned with?
I think
Nothing.
what was actually meant with that was that he can't win in any facet in his life. Like
Okay.
all facets of his life, he cannot win.
Okay, he can't win in any. Let's correct that because it sounds like we're saying like Joe wins in everything. You can't. I don't know.
I thought this slide was going to be 11 votes for Joe and then 1 vote for me, and that vote being Joe's vote. That's what I would.
Yeah, the vote for you is definitely Joe.
Definitely.
I'm not going to disclose information. I think everybody.
I'm trying to guess.
I want to know who voted. If I could know 2 votes, I'd want to know who voted for Matt, and I want to know who voted for Barb because I know Joe voted for me.
Joe could have voted for Matt because Matt's asked. I could see Matt asking and Joe being like, "You."
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I want to know who voted for Matt, and I want to know who voted for Barb. Unless that was Ethan. No, Ethan voted for Joe too, for sure.
There were people that voted for multiple people.
Oh. Yeah, we're not good at math, eh? There is 14 votes?
14 votes.
So yeah. I was one of the votes that was multiple people. But I also did not get to cast a vote. And so I plan on casting my vote here live for everyone to hear. The person I want to see win the least is Joe. All right. So he wins.
Joe cannot win this league. Joe cannot win this league.
He's primed to do it. But just know if he suffers 1 or 2 injuries on that roster, I'll be the happiest person alive.
He's still got depth, though. That's the thing. Joe's team is stacked top to bottom.
He is stacked.
It's a long season.
It is a long season.
Barb lacks depth, and I tried to give him depth by offering 3 players. He said no. So, and I offered like $300 in whatever you call that currency.
Fake bullshit.
I guess we'll see what happens. But
anything y'all want to say?
We can't let Joe win. Stop trading your best players to Joe. Barb, I'm looking at you. Anybody else, don't trade their best player to Joe.
Joe, hit me up. I'll take you Tua.
Don't give Joe Tua.
Well, that's it for us. I've got nothing left to say. This is our first episode of the Live Fantasy Football Podcast. Hopefully you guys don't hate it too much. I think I have other ideas in the future if I were to host again as far as what I would say. David, hate that you couldn't be brought on this week, but between me and Ethan hosting part-time, whatever it may be, I'm sure you're going to get on very soon. So y'all enjoy, and looking forward to kicking ass on Sunday. Ethan, I'm giving you an L.
Yes, sir.
I had more fun than I thought.